Kill la Kill, episode 12. How awesome was the beginning of episode 12, which was actually the ending of episode 11, with a little bit of, tightened up a little, tweaked a little bit right there. That's how good it was. And it felt odd going to the end of 12. All of a sudden, this psychopathic killer, which she is, and she's just kind of, but it made sense because it's also her character flaw, is that she ends up playing and toying with people, and then that exposes her to get trapped or to get, instead of just finishing them off. I mean, her whole thing is playing games and pushing buttons. That's Nui's whole thing, however you want to say it. So, go to the middle. Satsuki really explains this. I mean, the authors of this really use her to explain. They go, look, you're mainly angry, okay, because her father, because she didn't get what she should have got, which was the suit, okay. Instead, it was the scissors. She got all distracted with the scissors, and as a matter of fact, she was playing with the doctor. She should have just either killed him and took the scissors, or immobilized him and questioned him. Instead, she's sitting here. What's she doing? What was she doing just before she got her eye taken out? She was torturing the doctor. And even then, he was like, I'm sick of hearing your mouth. So, she had a lot of awesome quotes in there, but she's just playing and toying. And the whole, I guess, really there's not much comparison now with her and Banhat, because Banhat is mean and wants to take him out, but she's not into torture. She just wants, she's got a big mouth, but she wants to take him out. She's not going to sit there and just play with him. And the whole thing about, you're just mad because, her father took your eye out. You messed that up. You didn't get, like, the dress, which was what you were supposed to, the suit, right? You got all distracted with the scissors, right? And really, she could have added on and said, you only got one of the scissors. So she actually botched the whole thing up. And even there, we saw that she ended up falling into a trap, okay? So that's her critical flaw, playing too many games, toying with her prey, and then the prey turns around and nails her. So at least we know what her weakness is. She is very powerful. Okay, now I'm not going to go through quotes. I'm going to try to keep this really, really short. There were a lot of great quotes, and we can talk about that. And the humor. Okay, let's go to Mako. She was really, it was interesting that her part was huge in this story, right? I mean, just she's the heroine that ends up saving her friend, right? And the power of friendship, anime thing and all that, there it is. And it went back to exactly what Mako said, is that you're in the same place that I was, with the Fight Club. So this was good. The author the writing in this is so good because they're reminding us of the connections without getting too preachy about it. There was a lot of slaps, though. A lot of humor in there. The whole blood loss thing. I mean, there was how much blood they would talk about. Holy cow! There was gallons and gallons and gallons of blood everywhere. So that was, the whole blood. We got to stop. I'm against blood loss, and that's a lot of money that you're leaking out, or whatever. I mean, the whole thing was crazy, and her family kind of got involved in there. But I think we're all seeing that it's getting more and more difficult for them to find any practical, real ways to try to get the family in. I mean, even here, the family's real thing was to launch Mako into Ryuko to save her. So now, Satsuki was interesting because it really was shown is she doesn't want to. I mean, let's be honest, which makes a lot of sense with the series. She doesn't want to get rid of Ryuko because she could have easily done that in the beginning. So that's clear, okay? And then the whole thing about she's going to take over her training. Maybe that's what I heard. She's gonna deal with her, is what she said. Okay, she's gonna deal with her in the suit, which I think a little training's gonna happen there. So, and then she told Nui to get the hell out of there, which looks like she's she's probably gonna try to interfere or do something like that. But maybe she has enough fear of Satsuki that she won't. But we'll see. I am also, I'm gonna try to, like I say, keep this very short. I am also surprised that we haven't already switched to wherever we have to go. Now that it's looking like we're going to have a couple of more episodes, so it means there'll probably be the beginning of the next episode, they'll be in the city somewhere. So there's going to be a bigger transition here somewhere. It was just one thing I really want to get to before I go ahead and finish this review is the feeling of this. Wasn't this odd? This was the most difficult episode for me, feeling-wise. It felt like coming off of highs in the beginning, and in the end was a low. Even though it made sense, it was a very odd. The transitions, I guess you should say, in here from one scene to the next. It felt odd. It was just weird. Okay, it was great. It was a great episode, and it showed us a lot what was going on. But yeah, and there's quite a few more things I can get into. But and the whole thing. I guess the last thing will be the last couple things real quick. Senketsu himself, the whole thing with the suit, and how Nui was like, the forbidden. He crossed over and did a taboo thing. So it looks like his essence is into the suit, which I think pretty much everybody's already, because they were already the eye and the whole thing. I think we already knew that. And there's so much. Okay, I'm going to keep this short. The whole fight between Nui and Roko's father was amazing. I actually love that. I could talk a lot more about that, but I don't want to stretch that out too much more. There was a lot of good banner in between there. That was really, really amazing. And well, anyway, there's some stuff that we can get into during viewer comments and all that kind of stuff. And as far as the whole kind of sophic nature that we have of this whole thing, Nui is just straight up. I mean, she was groping Roko and the whole deal. I mean, she's just flat out, straight out. Yeah, where the whole thing with Mako is more. You can't tell exactly which part of it is just friendship and which of it is just a sophic kind of thing, or both. So there's a mixture. But it's pretty clear that with Nui, there's no healthy mixture of anything. This chick's a psycho. So we're going to go ahead and end this. We can go ahead and get into a lot of different areas, subject matters. There's just way more to talk about than there's going to be in any 7 or 8 minute review video. Even if I did a 15-minute video, and that didn't even do justice to the episode that I did there. So viewer comments, much bigger video. We go ahead and see what you're actually interested in and what your takes are. Anybody can be an anime fan. You can subscribe. You can always unsubscribe. You can do anything you want to. Until next time, take care.